Well, welcome, Brick fans, to another Star Wars classic Star Wars episode here on The Brick Show. And we're going back a couple years. This is 2009, and this is the Battle of Endor. And this was actually an exclusive Anniversary Edition set back in 2009 for LEGO Star Wars being around 10 years. This is the 10th anniversary. Well, this was the 10th anniversary. And this was the biggest set that came out during that time, I believe. The Toys R Us one, I think, was smaller. Was another 10th anniversary. So, 890 pieces, so right at 900 pieces. This retailed for $100. You cannot really get this anymore. You might be able to find a Toys R Us that has it. I bought this about a year ago. Could have been a little more now. At my Toys R Us. And it was on sale for 70 bucks because it was old, clearance, whatever. Got it, picked it up, said I gotta do it. Had it hanging around for a while and decided now to review it because of the Ewok Village, and you'll be seeing this soon. The Ewok Village. I'm making a whole Endor scene here on my table, and the main two sets are the Ewok Village and this, and then I'm throwing a lot of little stuff in there with it. But needed those two bigger sets to kind of make Endor the scene, you know, what it needs to be. So, but let's look at the close-up because there's a lot here. Let's look.
And there is the Battle of Endor with everything all in one screenshot there. So I just wanted to show you that before we show a more of an up-close view here. All right, and looking at this closer now, we can see the shield bunker here, and that's what we're going to kind of do with this set is kind of show you piece by piece as far as the different parts of the set go. So we'll start with the minifigs, and then we'll do the shield bunker, the glider, the catapult, the speeder bikes, the ATST. So we'll get through all of it, but we're just going to do it piece by piece because there's so much here. First up is R2-D2, and I actually misplaced, or I might have not even had it. This set actually had quite a few errors in it because I've never really misplaced a minifig, and I didn't put them on my wall accidentally. But while I was about to start filming, I realized R2 wasn't there, so I did grab the one from the X-Wing. I believe this is pretty similar. This might have one slight difference, but other than that, I think it's the same one, or close to, as far as the print. And here is Paplu, and this is our Ewok. First Ewok that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show all three of them to you. And he's the Ewok on the actual glider, but I want to keep him on that glider because he looks good there, and you can see the print on him. So there is Paplu. Here is Chief Chirpa. So again, he's got some good detail on him, and then he's got the staff, which he has this in the outside of the box, but then when you build it, it actually has Wicket holding it. So, again, this, I just gave it to Chief Chirpa, but you can give it to either. Here is Wicket. And you gotta have Wicket in any set that has Ewoks. And here is our first Rebel Commando. And they just have the one face there on them. And got the nice helmet piece. I've got the little backpack on him. And he does have back printing. I'll show you on the next one because it is the same. And I left the pack off the back of the other Rebel Commando. There he is, and as you can see, same torso as the other one, and helmet piece, different faces is the main difference on these Rebel Commandos. Here's Han Solo, printing on the legs, on the waist there, and then there's the torso on him, kind of the cream colored arms there, and just a single face on him. And here we have Princess Leia with the fatigue there, the Endor fatigue, where the front kind of looks like the back almost. There's the face, kind of plain face, and just the grayish blue pants. And there's Chewbacca. And you gotta love Chewie. And he does have his bow and arrow over by the Ewok catapult area. Here's our Imperial Trooper. Nice minifig here, and no back printing on the face or on the torso there. Here's our Biker Scout, or Scout Trooper is what I actually call him, but on the box it does say Biker Scout. You get 2 of these Scout Troopers here. The ones more recently are a lot better, but they each come with a speeder bike. So again, 2 of these that are the same. First up here we have our ATST, and I did a little of an upper angle just so I could show you how it opens. It actually opens 2 different ways. You can access the inside either by opening the entire thing, like so, or you could actually just do this. If you have smaller hands and you can fit them in there, then you can see it. Now, you do not get an ATST pilot, you just get, or driver, you get Chewbacca to go in there, because as we know, this is where he takes over the ATST and starts killing other ones, killing the Imperial side. So there's where he would sit, and then that's kind of like his lookout, as if he were to, you can see there, before you would shut it. And then that's the view. So then we got some cannons here. We do have some cannons on the side here, and then we do have a flick missile, and this does fall. We have a flick missile on this side, and it's completely movable there, and you can go down, and let's try to hit Chewbacca since he took over the joint. We'll see if we can hit him, and I'm not even, oh, there we go. Alright, but I missed. So the head of the actual ATST moves all the way around. Let me get lower for you here. Alright, so you can see how the head of the ATST and the feet just move so easy. That's why it falls a lot. Completely do a 360 if you want it to. And there's movement here. And then in the back, we can move the legs. So we can make the ATST walk. And it is sensitive, but you can, looks like he's running in place. But that's how it would work, and you really got to kind of, to do that, you know, to do that, to give it the right look. So that's your ATST. We'll put him to the side here, but he does stand straight, even though it like looks crooked. When you sit him on, when you stand him up, he's always straight. Now we do get 2 speeder bikes, and here they are. Put the Biker Scouts in them. Or Scout Troopers, whatever you want to call them, but just to show you, you do get 2 of these, which are always good to have whenever you have a battle scene, that you get multiples of those are good to have. And then the Ewoks have the catapult here, and you can see how this works. You hit this here, and the rock, or whatever it would be, will fly. Now in this we get these cylindrical bricks, the bigger size actually, for the makeshift rocks, and you get a little area that you can store them, and they go there, and then you can, you know, hit it hard. Here, I'll hit it hard here one time for you. Bam! I went all the way to my windowsill. So these things fire pretty good when you do it strong, as you can see there. And then on this too, as you can see, you get the bow and arrow, and you get this to move it, but you don't, I mean, you can use that as far as the feature goes to make it go, but it's just easier to do it here as far as, you know, wanting the rock to actually go a little farther. And then as you can see too there, you get the straight shaft there, the spear, black. And that's your little catapult area there for the Ewoks. And moving along with the Ewoks, we showed you this before, by himself, but this is the glider, and as you can see, if you want, this is the little stand it goes in, which I think we got that in the Holocron droid little build, but that is, you know, for display purposes more, but then you can grab the actual piece here, and actually use it as a glider more for, you know, a play feature. And then the Ewok then can also move, and then we got a bomb. And then you have extras here too that you stick there, and I'll show you how that works. Had to pick it up. So you stick that there, and then that stays in place while the Ewok is flying. Now, and here's the shield generator bunker, and as you can see here, you got some, you know, leaves on the top. You got some foliage around it there. I think we could have used a little more, but you know, you get the whole idea that you're kind of in the forest here and that it's got trees and brush around it. So got Han and the Rebel Commando outside, and then I will show you this, but you can open the sliding doors from the inside, and then that accesses the inside. But we'll flip it around so you can see that. So there's the guts of it, and then you can kind of also see how it can come apart, which is on that piece there. See how that works, like that. So that's how you would act, and then you hit these to open the sliding doors, and then you remember, like, it's in, when it's in this position. Here's our Death Star, or not our Death Star, our Imperial Trooper. When Han comes in and goes through the door and then throws, I think it's his helmet, he throws something at him and then he flies over. That's kind of like that scene there. So it actually looked like this. So here's like the inside, and this is like the view that Han had when he goes in, and then this guy turns around and I think he stands up, and then Han throws the what is it that he throws at him? I think maybe it's something they're working on. Throws it at him, and he goes flying over. That, I believe, is that scene in the movie. Anyway, so backing up, we have this mechanism, bam, that knocks out, and if you hit it hard, it will, oop, like it just took out Han, it will knock over the walls and anything there, and then you just put them back, and then it puts the springs back up to where then you keep doing that. So you can see there how that works. So that's kind of the main part of the generator bunker. Let's look at the guts again. So inside we have the little placement for the guns. So you get the blaster, the regular blaster, the long rifle there, and again you get the area where the troopers are sitting, and there's 2 seats. You don't get 2 troopers, but, and then an area here. These are all printed on bricks there, and more guns there, more rifles, more blaster rifles there. And again, just one last view of the shield bunker here from the top. That is your Battle of Endor.
Alright, so you saw that, and I didn't show you this in the close-up, but 2 numbered instruction manuals. Now, again, I mentioned this before, it's $100 to buy it when it was retail. You can pretty much still get this on eBay or Amazon for about $150, which really is not too extreme considering some of the prices of other sets that are retired go for, you know, that are bigger. Usually the bigger sets go for more once they retire. This one is slowly inching up. About every few months it gets a little more. This will probably be a $200 set in, I'd say, a year or two. You know, brand new in the box. So if you want it, I would say get it now. It is a good complementary set with the Ewok Village. You do get, you know, a decent amount of the same minifigs, but you know, it's still it would still be a good set to add, and you'll see, like I said, in the Endor video that we do, you'll be able to see, you know, all of it together. So also you get 3 numbered bags. So this was only 2009. A lot of times now we see the numbered bags go 9, 10 you know, 9 to 10 numbered bags. But this is where you had like a few number 1s, a few number 2s. I think it was like 5 or 6 number 3 bags, which you don't usually see with sets like this. It's usually with those modulars you see that. But this is one of the few buildings that you get in a Star Wars set. We very rarely see buildings in a Star Wars set. So we got the shield bunker here, and that's a little different than what we're used to seeing too. So 12 minifigs is you know, a great deal too for $100. Then, you know, or 150 is what you'd pay now, but in that range. So all in all, I think it's a great set. I'm gonna rate this one because it's not too far out of the retirement stage. It's been like 2 years though, but I'm gonna say a 9. I really like this set. I'm not gonna give it a 10, but I am gonna give it a 9. We don't get any tree. I wish we would have maybe got a tree or two, although the shield area, there wasn't, I mean, the trees were kind of around it, not right at it, that I remember. So, anyway, again, in the description is a link to all of our Star Wars reviews, so you can check those out and just fill yourself up with LEGO Star Wars reviews. This is the Battle of Endor. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time on The Brick Show.